Hello everybody, welcome back to another Leetcode video. So I realized that it's a time that I start doing these problems in a structured way. So what I would do from now is I would choose a topic, for example substring, minimum substring, right? And I will do like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, how like until I feel comfortable with that topic. I'll do a couple of problems in the topic and then I'll move on to some next topic, for example graphs. Usually what I would do is I would, like, if I'm following this list, grind 75, and I don't know, been following it for a long time maybe, so I thought let's try to make a change. So yeah, I have chosen substring problems as my first category, and this is the, I think, the minimum window substring is the first problem, and here's a very nice template for these kind of problems. So yeah, I'll read this, I'll try to do the problem. Let's see if I can do this right. Okay, so yeah, it's a 10-line template that can solve most substring problems. I'll first give the solution, then show you the magic. Okay, the code of solving this problem is below, right? Okay, so this is code for this problem, minimum substring window. For most substring problem, we are given a string and we need to find a substring of it which satisfy some restrictions. A general way is to use a hash map assisted with 2 pointers. The template is given below. I know this template. So we use a counter, check whether the substring is valid, begin end, these are 2 pointers, length of substring, our outer for loop, inner while loop, initialize the, no, this is for okay, initializing hash map, then outer for while loop, modify the counter condition, update d here if finding minimum. So this the length of the substring. Increase, begin to make it invalid, validity. Increase, begin to make it valid or invalid again. Okay, so and update d here if we are finding maximum, update d here if we are looking for minimum. Okay, one thing needs to be mentioned is that when asked to find a maximum substring, we should update maximum substring, we should update maximum after the, okay, this one, in a while loop to guarantee that substring is valid. On the other hand, when asked to find minimum substring, we should update minimum inside the inner while loop. Okay, so this is the code for solving some other problem. Yeah, I'll probably solve this problem after this. Yeah, let's try to apply this template. Okay, so minimum, we are asked to find minimum. That means we'll update our d here inside the inner while loop. Given 2 strings and q respectively, return the minimum substring window as such that every character in d will be executed in the window. This is the substring. Every character in T, that is A, B, C, we are supposed to return a window, piece of substring that contains all the piece of string that contains all these characters B, A, and C. Okay, duplicates are allowed. Could you find algorithms and this and typing? Okay, so according to the template, I know I need a hash map. Map notable map of counter, right? Character int. Okay, and begin set to 0. And this is my day length of the substring. Let's set it to 0 for now. In, in this loop, supposed to modify my pointer. So for each character ch in my TA, I'm gonna say map dot t is map dot get output get default. Get or default t or default is 0 plus 1. That means it's just keeping count. Let's check. Type interference field. The value of parameter key should be mentioned in input types. 26. Oh, ch. All right. So this is the map of the frequency of uh, the characters I'm looking for in my substring. It should have one A, it should have one B, it should have one C. Okay. Now, well, while and is smaller than my s length, if yeah, so my E is gonna start at A, current is A. I'm gonna check if current in my map or map dot contains key current. Then I'm gonna, well, I need a counter, right? A counter. One counter. She said to. Let's set it to t dot length. Okay. Count minus minus. Map current is equal to this minus minus. This way, when my frequency becomes 0, he's already moved on to D. So what is my next character? P and C. Because we found A, I decrease its frequency. kind of saying that, okay, this could be the start of our window, because we've already found one character. So maybe, but it's about minimum window, right? So as we are checking this window, we will find, okay, there is a B here, okay, and we marked here will increase its frequency, and then after that we will have a C. Okay, at this point my counter will become 0, and that means that, okay, I found a window, I found a substring in which has all the characters I need. Now, is it a minimum substring? We don't know that. So yeah, the size, for example, look at the size of this substring. Yeah, its length is 6. It's not a minimum. We know there is a minimum here. So yeah, do code. Okay. If counter is greater than 0, then just continue. Okay. So after finding my first window, I also need to set this frequencies back to original, because I'm gonna need them later. Boundary condition. So while my counter is equal to 0, okay, yeah. We are incrementing our end, right? So I know there is an end at this index. Once I have begin, I can what I can do is once I have begin, but my begin will also move to the right. A okay, let's see. If let's call this end character, end character, and character. Let's call this start character. Start begin. I mean begin. Okay, and I'm gonna say if my map dot contains key start character, then I need to increase my count, and I also need to increase the frequency of my start character. So plus plus with what with that if say wall current string, current substring, if my current string's length is smaller than my results length, then make my result equal to current substring. Right? I don't know if return result. Mm, Um, well, I think did we do something special when my frequency becomes 0? I think we did something here. I think there needs to be some more code here, but I'm not sure. I can't remember the end character found. Count minus minus. Count is initially t's length, and we kind of never restore these frequencies. Because as soon as begin starts, it will have a, and this condition will increase this counter to a to 1 again, and okay, my counter becomes, oh yeah, I got it, I don't know, I increase my counter only once I am and character, only when my frequency becomes 0. So counter decrement, and same thing here. If start character frequency, but here it will not increase, it will not become 0. So I need to do something special here. My count is 0, and as soon as I find my at the starting point, my counter will change, which will substring increase, beginning to make value. Counter will start from 0. What I can do is to make my counter start from 0, I can say that when my counter is length plus and counter plus plus, and when I have found, it's no use because as soon as okay. Oh. I'm not sure how to, like, I'm not sure what to do now. Because I want to restore the frequency of my hash map. I want to bring, because they would all become 0. I want to bring them back to 1 for each case. So what I can say is, while my counter is going to be at 3, right? So while my counter is greater than 0, but no, then I want this loop to run only when I have found a valid end. Plus plus. So yeah, I can do this. I can just, yeah, I can do if counter is smaller than is length, continue, don't, and here I can say is while my counter is greater than 0, yes, can I just copy this? If my start character becomes 0, like it's not 0 anymore, probably that's what I should, while my start character, if it's not 0 anymore, then increase my counter. Alright, let's try. Okay, so many. Is this how you do this? Line number 30. How do I, let me see some Kotlin code. T dot length. Okay, length. Dot length. Okay. length. I'm gonna change here to yep. Line number 18. Let me just ask our good friend. Okay, how to modify the value in the map. Map.get or default or not here is equal to map.get or default and character -0 -1. Start character. Okay, all right. Still so many errors. Wow. Looks like I'm trying to reassign the var. This should be var. Should be var. Var. Okay. 920 count. Counter. Hmm. $24 and $26. Count. Counter. Not counter, count. Okay. Now it says time limit exceeded because I'm not increasing my end. Okay. String out of index begins and length 13, begin 7 and 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy, how did you? 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's here at this index. That's understandable because we are increasing, and it's at O. For some reason my 7 is, my begin becomes 7. Oh, I gotta increase the index here. Decreasing the frequency here, increasing the frequency, decreasing the frequency, increasing the frequency. While my map start is greater than 0, count plus plus, count minus minus, because we're getting back to 0. Or what's that mean? What was my begin and end at the end? 13, 6, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Mm, mm, I don't know. So new to Kotlin. I'm sorry. Okay. Why is this correct? Is this correct code? No, that's is from Java. Return if, yeah, that's much easier. Return if else. Okay, the output is still weird. I don't know. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay. So, in this one, I'm calculating the substring at the end. If I try to do that, I would still get empty string because my big but yeah, this code is still using different indexes. I don't use begin and end to calculate my substring. Yes. Okay. Let's try left and right then. And left is 0 or right is my s length. Okay. And I'm gonna say, instead of this, I'm gonna say if my end minus begin is smaller than my, let's keep a min here, min, then what you do is set my left to begin, set my right to end, set min to end minus begin. I start substring ten to 13. No. Yeah, expect there. What I could be doing wrong here is maybe what if I try to bring this out of the inner loop. Let's try now. No. I don't. For some reason, the output is empty. Okay, what's my beginning? That's weird. It's my left and right at the end. That's weird. I'm not getting standard output for these cases. Okay. I think that's good. Let's move on to next problem. Hopefully we'll be able to I'll able to see the pattern here. Longest substring with at most 2 distinct characters. Let's try this. Okay, this is all right. This one, find all anagrams in the string. Also, it's not bad. Like, it's bad. I mean, that's the premium problem. And what's even a premium problem? Given two substrings S and B, last attempt couldn't do it. Return an array of all that. Given two strings P and Q, again this time we have done an array of all the start indices of P anagrams. Well, I don't think this is based on minimum maximum. So we have a string, and this is gram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters. Yeah, okay. It's same as substring. It's just the order of the words don't matter. So the window in which I have all these characters, and this time I just need to return the starting index of that window. So this is my first sub window that has all the characters, and its starting is what? This 0, and then A E B A B B A B A C. This is also one window, but it has duplicates. And so this is if we return the index of the B, it won't be valid. We also need to find a way to get rid of the duplicates. To get to the true starting. Well, I think let's just take this code. Begin end minimum. Probably don't need this. Map. Well, this time my results. It's a mutable list of int. Left, right. We need them later, so I start looking. I start going through the S. Well, if S is present in the, and also I can just get rid of this as well. Okay, and while my count is this, once I've found a window, I need to find the starting index. Now it can have some garbage characters, so you need to get rid of them too. So start character is begin. I increment begin, and then I check in my map ABC. Okay, so let's see A, B, C, D, and E. What we're looking for is A, B, C only. So 1, 2. One. We need 1A, 1B, 1C. The substring has all of them. So okay. Result.add begin. At this point my counter is equal to 3. While my counter is equal to 3, start begin start. Okay, yeah, this is present in the map. Map should look like something like this at this point. Is it? Yes, it's in my map, and it's not 0 anymore. So counter minus minus, as soon as counter becomes less than, as soon as counter changes, I'll break out of this loop. Well, this would work for first case only. No, not even first case. Mutable list of P. Line number 27. P. So I need to change my counter condition. Stay in the inner while loop. Well, I guess aren't we just looking for minimum? For example, well, when the difference between my begin and end is equal to the p's length. No, when I have the minimum difference, only then we only then add begin this one. So begin plus plus 0 1 2 3 0 1 0 1 0 0, 2, 3 minus 1 is 2, 3, 3, 0, 1, AB, so 0, BA, hmm. Let's sit on that for a second. Hmm. I'm facing the same problem here. My frequency is never restored. So doesn't this condition so that okay, maybe I'm not thinking about this right. When I do count minus minus, my count becomes what, 2? Yeah, 2. Then I continue moving my end pointer. So E, B, now B is in my map here, but it's already 0. By doing this, by increasing, it becomes minus 1. B's value is minus 1. So that doesn't increase my counter. I'll still continue to move my E. Now there is an A again. A becomes and minus 1. So minus 1 and minus 1. A becomes minus 1. Now there's a B again, and this is minus 2. So we've had 2 B's. We've had 1 A, and there is one more A, negative 2. And okay, so now we have C again. C was already positive, so this becomes 0. All right, now my counter increases again. It becomes equal to this value, whatever this is, 3. Okay, so now that means I have my end again. I know this is where my window ends. Where is my begin? We left off our begin at this index, B, that is 1. We left it at 1. So it's actually, this is a huge window. That's because begin moved only once. C was present at the starting index, so we immediately got out of the loop. So begin only moved one time. So next time we are checking in this substring. Is that why? And this is a huge substring. Okay, maybe yeah. So var min is as dot length. Okay, and I can say if that's smaller than my min, whatever this is, then min is well, left is equal to begin, right is equal to end, min is equal to end minus begin. Min is equal to end minus begin. Well, I don't need left and right here. I just need my min and I need to add this into my result. Six. Okay, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, so the inner loop ran only three times. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why is my end 6? Why is that? Why is this such a huge window? Well, 0, 1, 2. Oh God, what am I doing? Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. One, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, basically this window. And then my windows was 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here till here. Then I'm constantly looking for the minimum. 9. 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's happening here? Again, I'm not getting standard outputs. Man, it's really bad. Loading is the way I go about my life. Okay, let's see. Here, well, the only reason this is not getting added into the result is because of this condition. Okay, so AA, we have two A's. When my okay, so at this point my end would be 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 3, and my begin doesn't contain it. Let's move it here. I only want to check what is my minimum s dot length. So end minus begin. 0 1 2 3 3 minus 0 1, that's 2, which is smaller than equal to min. So what's the problem? Time to look at the solutions. Time to give up. yeah, we can do this. We can remove the if current is equal to map mutable list mutable. Okay, there are two hash maps. I see that. Can I get some that simple explanation? Okay, so I don't know what's wrong here. I really need to watch some videos. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this here. At least I started with the minimum substring today. Now my homework is just to learn more about this and do more problems. Okay, bye bye.